Welcome back to the final segment of today's program here on the Taiwan Outlook. I'm your host, Rick Guo, where we'll continue our conversation with Professor陈一新from the Graduate Institute of the Americas at the淡江University. Professor Chen, let's switch on to something a little more soft. Yeah, let's talk about soft power.
Drinking soft drink.
Yes, and we always know that one of the greatest contributions that the United States has made to the world since the end of the Second World War is the education. A lot of us, including you and myself, were educated at the graduate level in the United States. And certainly if you look at, walking down any streets in Taiwan, particularly in Taipei, you can see a lot of the American cultural influences to Taiwan. How would you think that given this, continued American soft power, how would you think, especially on a place like Taiwan, how would you think that Taiwan's future role, in terms of the trilateral relations between U.S., China, and Taiwan, how would the future role for Taiwan be different or be impacted by the American soft power or the American cultural influence?
I think for Taiwan, since our childhood, we have been influenced by the U.S. film and Hollywood movies in particular. Yeah.
Yes.
At that time, some Japanese movies were forbidden. Yeah.
Yes.
Prohibited to show. So American movie become our only entertainment. Yeah.
Yes.
So if we say we are deeply influenced by the U.S. culture, it's true. And even most of people in our generation, our younger generation, grew up with a Madonna, fast food, with a Kentucky fried chicken.
Yes.
And I think it is this is only can only be called a subculture. What more important is U.S. Democratic system, U.S. value system, including freedom and human rights. I think it has become part of daily life. This is very important. Of course, I think Taiwan has adopted American, has integrated American culture in its own. So I think Taiwan can become a bridge between China and the United States. We, of course, some Chinese people are also educated at the graduate level in the United States, but Taiwan have more graduates from the United States.
Precisely.
I think Taiwan and China can have more exchanges to share their experience, their ideas on U.S. value system or U.S. democratic system. We can make distinction which are good ones, which are bad ones, and what can be brought to both sides of Taiwan Strait, some parts may have to be introduced to China in particular, because we Taiwan have already introduced these values. So I think Taiwan as a small island actually has at least has three heritages. One, we maintain and improve our China culture. And we also have developed a unique culture by integrating Aboriginal and the ancestors of Taiwan, our current Taiwanese. We also integrated these cultures, and we also introduced the culture of the United States. So I think Taiwan is not unique. At least it's a very distinctive one. So I think Taiwan can play a very important role to develop or cultivate a kind of soft power, so that which can be used to influence both the United States and China.
And Professor Chen, you and I were talking before the taping started. We talked that maybe in the future there are two major trends for people in Taiwan, especially the younger generations. One is the development in cross-strait relations, and the second is the internationalization of Taiwan as we're now becoming more internationally integrated, through FTAs and other, relations with different countries around the world. Given the fact that in the future we're going to become more open to Chinese influences and also to, influences from other countries around the world, how can we, for those of us in Taiwan, achieve a better balance between the different kinds of influences that we're going to be exposed to in the future?
Of course, I think it's not an opportunist approach.
Okay.
But with Taiwan, as a small country,
yes,
we cannot rely on China's market without considering U.S. as our backup.
Yes.
And on the other hand, we Taiwan cannot ask the United States to continue provide us security commitment to us without looking at China's market. So we have to maintain both.
Yes.
In a sense, it seems like an opportunist approach, but this is the exact way we have to insist. Otherwise, there will be no future, no prospect for Taiwan.
Okay. And let's turn the table around and look at Taiwan's cultural influence on other countries all over the world. And if you look at recent years, we had director Ann Lee, who has become an internationally renowned movie director, certainly been very successful in Hollywood as well as in China and in Taiwan. And if we look at athletes, like the Wang Jianming, like Guo Hongzhi, who have also done very well in U.S. Major League, baseball. And if you look at also artists, singers like Zhou Jielun and also Jolin Tsai Yiling, who have also become very important popular cultural figures, at least in Asia. And if you look at all these, symbols or people who can represent Taiwan's contemporary and also, traditional culture, and these are the pioneers, the ambassadors of Taiwan to the rest of the world. How can we then continue to use our cultural strength to make Taiwan more visible in different countries around the world? Do you have any suggestions?
I think we Taiwan have so many rising stars or already stars along the world who can represent Taiwan in many dimensions, largely because we have a free environment.
Okay.
That then only after we have a free environment, they can these people can have innovations, have chance to innovate their ideas, to have constructive ideas. That's why I think we Taiwan has to maintain our current or even improve our democracy. Our democracy still is not, if not in infant age, it's still a childhood age.
Yes.
So our democracy is very young. So it needs more cultivation, more better environment to protect it, to maintain it, and to give the Taiwan's democracy more chance to develop. Okay. I think if we have, we can insist on this value systems. I think there will be more rising star from Taiwan.
Okay. And finally, for today's program, Professor Chen, that you've been teaching at university for many, many years. You certainly go to China a lot, for academic conferences and meetings. And given the fact that one of the issues that's being debated in Taiwan is regarding the, Chinese students coming in to Taiwan to study at Taiwanese universities and also graduate schools. What is your view on this issue? And I understand that it is somewhat controversial in Taiwan, but given some of the demands by the opposition Democratic Progressive parties on the 3 no's and 3 yeses, and regarding the limitations on their ability to secure jobs, ability to stay in Taiwan after graduation, and many other things, what is your view? What is your reaction to all these issues that are very important?
Okay, comparing with China, we are small in terms of economic size, and we are no longer rich as we used to be. Okay, but what we have now is democracy.
Yes.
And I think if more Chinese students can study in this island or in this country, I think they will learn more about the democracy and bring the ideas of democracy and the other related value systems to China.
Exactly.
And this is, I think, actually, China should be afraid that if they make a decision to send more and more students to study here, and we don't have to worry. Okay. So those who have shown their suspicion over Chinese students studying here. Okay. I think maybe they have to. They need to change their mind.
Okay.
They change their brain. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And we certainly hope that as we speak, our legislators, undergoing extra session.
Actually, many our legislators study in China.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think that it's a mistake. It's good. Yeah.
Yes.
At least we can exchange.
Yeah, certainly that will enhance the mutual understanding.
Yeah.
So that's why people say that before so-called military confidence building measures, we should have the civilian confidence building measures first, civilian CBMs first. That will certainly help cross-your relations. Professor Chen, it's certainly a pleasure to have you on the program today. We certainly want to wish you all the best in all your endeavors in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I want to thank you for watching our program today here on the Taiwan Outlook. I'll see you next time on Macroview Television. Thank you.